It's not often that a guy like me gets to hang out with a literal legend, but in this case it's true. While spending time in Park City, Utah, I've had the opportunity to ski and even mountain bike with Alex Schlopy, a professional slopestyle skier known for his dynamic style, fearless approach to his sport, and to the uninitiated now, slopestyle skiing is a freestyle discipline that involves performing tricks, jumps, and maneuvers on a course with a variety of features such as rails, boxes, jumps, and other obstacles. As I've gotten to know Alex, I'm struck by his incredible humility and fortitude. You see, he ascended to the highest pinnacle of the sport, faced injury, struggled with prescription drug addiction, got clean, then resurrected his career, then he retired peaceably, knowing he had given it his all, and most importantly, had the remedy and tools to beat addiction. He now has a mission of helping others with their battles with addiction, while pursuing a variety of projects. With me today, I have Alex, who has agreed to share his incredible story. Alex, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Thomas.
So Alex, I know that you come from a family of athletes. When did you first start skiing?
Well, actually, my parents had me on skis at 18 months old, and by age 4, I was in a ski program, and at 11, I was skiing competitively.
Wow, so there you go, team. If you want to create the next skiing phenom, put your kids on skis at 18 months, and you'll have it. Is it really that easy?
Yeah, it's pretty much. Yeah.
So Alex, when did you first realize that you were a special athlete?
Well, it was when I was 13 years old, I would say. I entered an event called the Vermont Open in the juniors division, and I ended up winning that entire event. And then the next year at age 14, I entered the Vermont Open men's division and ended up winning that.
Wow.
And there I was standing on the podium with two of my biggest idols. So
incredible.
It's kind of at that point when I realized I had something special with slopestyle.
Wow, so when did you decide to go pro?
It was when I was 17.
Okay.
I'd won my first big open event, which got me invited to a big film competition in Sweden. And then at 18, I was invited to the X Games and ended up winning that. And the next week, I won the World Championships. And then the next week, the Dew Tour, so back to back to back.
Wow.
And It was at this point, it was 2011, and sponsorships and contracts started rolling in. And that's when the professional ski journey began.
Wow.
So all of a sudden, traveling to events all over the world, including France, Sweden, Norway, Switzerland, Hungary, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, kind of regularly. So
what an incredible experience. I mean, as a 19-year-old kid and be thrust in that environment, how did you handle that?
Yeah, this is where my other journey began.
Okay.
So you see, there's a big party atmosphere in professional free skiing, and I got tied up in that and started having a little bit too much fun. And then in 2015, I ended up injuring my shoulder several times in practice and then tore it again in competition.
Ooh, wow.
So at that point, I started to rely on painkillers to keep competing, and I just began spiraling, and my mental health became an issue.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I started battling addiction and began losing sponsors, and it was a total shock going into full-time work from the ski lifestyle where I basically only had to focus on competing and skiing.
Right.
I can honestly say it was the most difficult period of my life, especially the emotional component, not to mention getting off substances, is brutal. However, getting through that challenge honestly saved my life. The life lessons that I've learned that have given me the tools to battle any tendencies for addiction that might come my way now or in the future, I want to share those tools with others.
Wow, that's such a powerful story. I just love your humility and your passion on that. So it sounds like by 2019, you're clean.
Yeah.
So what happens next?
I decided to compete again.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah, I did it nostalgically just for myself, and it was awesome. By now, COVID was in full swing, so there weren't a lot of events that year, but I was able to make it to the finals.
You're competing with 18, 19-year-old kids at this time.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was going against the current World Cup and X Games kids I was 7 years their senior to the next oldest one.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was cool. I did end up suffering another injury.
Okay.
But with my toolbox, I was able to navigate the recovery pretty quickly.
Nice.
So I kind of scratched that itch again, and I retired and started coaching in 2020. That's how I met you, Thomas.
What a great move that was, right?
Right?
You know, Alex, what I love most about you is you're so passionate about helping others and so willing to candidly share your story, literally all of it. You don't leave anything out. And I know that you're actively looking for opportunities to build a recovery platform for those suffering from addiction or poor mental health.
Yeah, I mean, I have a story of mountaintop success and then the valley of disappointment and pain.
Right.
So I was able to overcome that, but not everybody has that opportunity.
Sure.
So I'd love to find a way to build a ministry around helping people take ownership of and help them rewrite their story, and not just the story ahead, the one behind them as well.
Nice.
So help them learn how to confront the past and not hide from it, address it and own it. Otherwise, it festers and haunts you.
Yeah.
So I want to give folks the tools to overcome their addictions or poor mental health.
Wow, Alex, that is so powerful. I just love how you say you got to own it. Nothing happens until you own it.
It's true.
Again, I love your passion, and I'm grateful, most importantly, for your friendship. Listen, thanks for being with us today and sharing your story. Team, thanks also for listening. And be sure and Google Alex Schlopy. It's Schlopy, and see him perform his craft on YouTube. Perhaps you will watch him unleash a triple cork type 1980 spin. Thanks for listening, team. We'll see you next time.